Mainz have had a nightmare start to their Bundesliga season. They currently find themselves bottom of the Bundesliga, taking just 1 point from their opening 6 games. After a very respectable 9th place finish in the 22-23 season, it's actually hard to point your finger at where Mainz are going wrong at the minute. For that reason, I'm going to be rebuilding Mainz today and taking them to Champions League glory. But it's not going to be plain sailing at all, lads. We can only sign players from the free agents list. Our first couple of rebuilds, we've had it quite easy being able to sign whoever we want. Not anymore. We're restricted to just free agents on this rebuild. So let's head over to EAFC and get this Mainz rebuild on the way. Now, this is the Mainz team that we've inherited on paper, and to be honest with you, lads, it's actually not that bad of a side. Obviously, centre-back is a position that I'm looking at thinking, that could be why the bottom of the Bundesliga. Looking through the reserves, they've got some pretty decent players here, lads, so I'm not too worried about season 1. Now, obviously, this is a free agent only career mode, so we have to use our transfer budget wisely, and why not bring in the best coaches possible right now? Now, as you know, with the first transfer window of every single rebuild, we cannot sign any players because the transfer window is disabled, but you can sign free agents outside of the allotted transfer window, so we can actually bring some free agents in on season 1. So I've had a play about with the team, lads, and this is the formation we are going to use for season 1 at least. Now, looking at the team, we definitely need a new centre-back, a centre midfielder, and maybe even a right-back as well, boys. Something quite worrying about this Mainz squad, lads, is if you look at the ages of the players, a lot of them are actually relatively old. Now, a lot of these players are either at the peak or have gone past the peak, and they're going to start decreasing overall soon, so we've got to start bringing in some good quality young players. Now, Mainz have got £14 million for season 1 and a 266,000 weekly wage budget, so we're going to spend some of that now on coaches, and we're also going to have a look through the free agents list to see if there's anyone worthy of bringing in. We've already got a 5-star youth scout, which is really helping us out. We've sent him to Germany 9 months to look for some good young talent. Now, our first signing of this Mainz career mode is a player you probably signed countless times on FIFA 23 as a free agent. We have brought in Luis Chavez. This guy must be a staple in most career modes. He's 79 rated, 27-year-old, and he's straight into our starting 11. And lads, our second signing of this Mainz career mode is another player you probably signed on FIFA 23 from the free agents list. It is left midfielder Alexis Vega. Now, everyone knows just how good this guy is. Now, Chavez and Vega will make our left side of midfield look so much better. 279 rated players. That should really help us out this season. I just want to make sure, am I actually pronouncing that team name right? Is it Mainz or is it Mainz? I've got a feeling I'm pronouncing it wrong. So our third signing is continuing the Mexican revolution here at Mainz, and we have brought in Jesus Gallardo from the free agents list. Gallardo is a 76 rated left back, and he definitely makes the left side of our team stronger. So lads, after the incomings of Gallardo, Vega and Chavez, I feel like this team is definitely strong enough to get us a mid-table finish in the Bundesliga. Now, we're going to be meeting you back at January the 1st to see how the team is getting on, but obviously we probably won't be able to bring in any players in because we can only bring in free agents. So we've arrived at January the 1st, lads, and looking at the league table, I'm pleasantly surprised where we've got on so far this season. We are 9th in the Bundesliga on 24 points. We sit 11 points clear of the relegation playoff, and we are only 1 point off a Europa Conference League position, so we've actually done really, really well so far this season. They're looking at the squad, lads. Chavez and Vega have grown excellently, and so has Cassie as well, our left back. No real other notable growth around the rest of the side, though, unfortunately. Now, we've got 2 of our own players out of contracts at the end of the season, Papella and Mamutovic. They are both not being renewed. They are free to leave the club. And we have got a wave of outgoings to get through, lads. IMM Boyruk has joined Bournemouth for 2.65 million. Philip Schulz has joined Galatat for 650k. Stefan Bell has joined Rayo Vallecano for 3.3 million. Karim Onisiwu has joined Frankfurt for 6.6 million. Brajan Grunder has joined Karaskulafesi, I think that's how you say it, on loan. Nelson Weeper has joined Eibar on a season-long loan. And Enis Shabani has joined FC Botanze for 620k. Academy graduate Levin Schaefer has joined Besiktas on a 2-year loan, lads. He is one to look out for in the future. I've also sold a 30-year-old right wing-back Sylvan Vidmouth to Brighton for 5.9 million. So we've had a massive clear out here at Mainz of all the deadwood, ready to make space for free agents we can bring in next season. There's none available in the free agents at the minute. Lads, we have made an incredible pre-contract pickup for next season, and it is Anthony Martial from Manchester United. Martial will become a Mainz player from July the 1st, 2024. We've arrived at the end of the first season, lads, and as you can see, we've got an 8th place finish with Mainz. That is an incredible first season with the football club. We were literally 6 points off a Conference League place, and we were absolutely miles away from the bottom of the league, lads. We had an amazing season. Now, Vega and Chavez are very easily cleared, 81 rated. Barrio Martins has actually grown by 3 overall, 79 rated. He does a great season as well. Looking at the squad, lads, Seth Vandenberg will return to Liverpool, so we need a centre-back, and we definitely need a new right-back because Da Costa is now 30-year-old and at 74 rated. He is nowhere near good enough to be starting for us. A few outgoings to bring you up to date with, lads. Maximin Leach joined Frankfurt for 3.5 million. Edmilson Fernandez joined Porto for 3.9 million. And David Mutimic has joined Sparta Rotterdam on a free transfer starting next season. The Pokal was won by Leipzig. We did really, really well. We got to the quarterfinals of this competition, lads. The relegation playoff was won by Heidenheim. They are staying in the Bundesliga. The Champions League was won by Manchester City, going back to back with that competition. Liverpool won the Europa League and Marseille won the Conference League. So let's push on now to season 2, lads, and hopefully the free agents list is very, very kind to us this time round. Now, we've already identified that we need a right back and a centre back this season, which we're going to be looking at right now. We've made our first signing of the summer, lads, from the free agents list, and it is Kevin Alvarez. He's a right back, 77 rated and 25-year-old. He has got a lot of room to grow in the future. We have made our second signing of the summer, boys, and it is a huge American centre back, famously known for scoring the winner against Ghana in the 90th minute in the 2010 World Cup. We have brought in John Brooks on a 2-year contract. Brooks is 76 rated, boys, and he will go straight into our starting 11. Now, lads, we have just made an absolutely insane signing. We have signed one of the best German goal scorers of all time. We have signed Thomas Muller from Bayern Munich on a 2-year deal. We have made another new signing, lads. This time it is a 17-year-old centre back from the free agents list, and to be honest with you, boys, he's probably going to go out on loan for the next 2 seasons. We have signed Rafael Almeida. He's 17-year-old and 71 rated, lads, so he has got a lot of potential to grow, but he is not good enough yet to start for Mainz, so we're going out on loan this season. Lads, we have signed a very high potential young centre midfielder, Uruguayan, 21-year-old, and he has got a lot of potential to develop into a high 80s rated player. We have signed Fabricio Diaz on a 5-year deal. Diaz is 21-year-old and 75 rated, and look at how well-rounded his stats are. He is an absolutely brilliant pickup. Our final signing of the summer transfer window, lads, is a player who Leeds United very nearly signed this summer. He's left Bayer Leverkusen, and we have picked him up on a 4-year deal. We have signed Nadiem Amiri on a 4-year contract from Bayer Leverkusen, boys. He's 77 rated, lads, with dribbling being his main attribute, and we are going to retrain him to be a right midfielder. So we have got some outgoings to update you on, boys. Paul Nabel has joined Brighton on a season-long loan. Nelson Wiper has joined Mönchengladbach on a season-long loan. Nicolas Tower has joined Stuttgart for 2.45 million. Lukovic Ajoroke has joined Frankfurt for 19.6 million. Ben Bobzian has joined Lillestrøm for 2.5 million. Delano Berzog has joined Norwich for 2.1 million. Lee Jae Sung has joined Sporting for 11.6 million. Daniel Batts has joined Union St. Gallen for 450k. Danny Da Costa has joined Mönchengladbach for 2.6 million. Lucas Lau has joined Frosinone on a season-long loan, and wonder kid Rafael Almeida has joined Feyenoord on a 2-year loan. So that is us done in the transfer window, lads. There'll be no more incomings, no more outgoings. Let's simulate it forward to January the 1st, and hopefully we are pressing on for European football. And this is how the squad is looking on the run-up to January. Well, lads, we've arrived at January the 1st, and as you can see, we find ourselves in a Europa League spot. What a start to the season we have had. It's just all about now maintaining that form and actually keeping that Europa League spot when we get to the end of the season. Now, looking at the starting 11, lads, the main glaring thing that sticks out to me is that Thomas Muller has already dropped 2 overalls, which is really concerning. Maybe we should probably look at signing a new cam next season. Now, just to rub salt in the wounds, lads, we've got a £60 million transfer budget, and we cannot bring any players in. This is soul destroying. We did check to see if any players were worth bringing in on a pre-contract, lads, but none of them were. So we're going to be progressing forward now to the end of the season, and hopefully we have retained our Europa League spots. We've arrived at the end of the season, lads, and as you can see, we have secured Europa League football with Mainz. We finished 5th. We were only 1 point off Champions League qualification, so that shows massive progress we've made in just 2 seasons. Looking at the starting 11, boys, so much growth across the entire squad. Every single midfielder and attacking player are now over 80 rated, but Thomas Muller has actually dropped by 3 overalls this season, so one of our primary objectives next season is to replace Thomas Muller. And I want to introduce you to the future of Mainz FC, Gregor Schuster, an academy graduate. This guy's got from 89 to 94 potential, so he's one to keep your eye on. In terms of stats, lads, it was actually Thomas Muller who was our best player this season. Turned out to be an amazing signing, 29 goal contributions in 37 games. The Pokal was won by Bayer Leverkusen. Hertha Berlin won the relegation playoff. Man City won the Champions League for the 3rd season on the trot. Lyon won the Europa League competition we'll be playing in next season, and Genk won the Conference League. And just to let you know, lads, Lasse Riebe will be leaving the club. We are not renewing his contract. So all in all, a very successful second season with Mainz. Let's get into season 3 and see how we get on in the Europa League. So we are now in season 3, boys, and we have got a £71 million transfer budget. That is just like dangling a hot chip in front of a dog. That is so unfair. Lads, our first signing of season 3 is an absolute wonder kid at just 16 years of age. We have brought in centre-back Marc Leon on a 5-year contract. Leon is 16-year-old and 72 rated. I know he's not ideal for the first team right now, but we're going to send him out on loan this season, and hopefully he comes back next season even better. Lads, our second signing of the summer is a regen goalkeeper, and I'm very sure this is Claudio Bravo's regen. We have signed Juanma Fernandez on a 5-year deal. Fernandez is 17 years old and 74 rated. This guy could be the future of Mainz FC. Now, we've signed 2 very good players for the future, but it's time to start bringing in some players who actually improve our starting lineup right now. Third signing of the summer, boys, and it is an excellent right midfielder, and we have got a very good deal on this guy. We have signed Keprin Diatta on a 3-year deal. So Diatta is 79 rated and 26-year-old, so he's got good room to grow, and he will go out now and be our starting right midfielder. We are going to retrain Amiri back to a centre attacking midfielder, and Amiri will take Muller's spot in the starting 11. Now, I can't lie, lads, we are really struggling to find centre-backs to slot into our team. There's literally none under the age of 30 who actually come in and make us a better side, so we've had to go for experience this summer, and the first centre-back we brought in, Stefan Savic, on a 2-year deal. So while I've been simulating through, lads, someone has actually met Robin Zettner's release clause, and he's left the club without me even knowing. He's gone to Crystal Palace for £13.6 million. That leaves us now with a big void in the goalkeeper position. Schuster has gone to Cadiz on a 2-year loan. Fabricio Diaz has gone to Inter Milan to get some first-team minutes, and Mark Leon has gone to Fiorentina. So we managed to bring in a replacement goalkeeper, lads. Marko Dimitrovic, a Serbian goalkeeper, is 33 years old, 80 rated, so he's a bit of an improvement on Zettner, and he'll just be on a 1-year contract while Fernandez goes out on loan. Now, looking at the starting 11, boys, I can't help but feel a little bit disappointed with how it's looking. Free agents list wasn't very kind to us this time round, and the squad isn't actually looking any better on paper, but I do think it'll be an absolute miracle if we are in them Champions League positions at the end of the season. So the final piece of transfer business done this summer will be Juanma Fernandez joining Monaco on a season-long loan. So our Europa League group is in, lads, and as you can see, we've got AEK Athens, Dynamo Kiev and Huddersfield Town. So we're now going to simulate forward to January the 1st, and hopefully we are in the Champions League places. So we're out at January the 1st, lads, and as you can see, we are 4th in the Bundesliga, so we're actually had a really good start to the season, but we are only in the Champions League places by just 1 point, so it could all change. We're only actually 3 points off the top of the league, so we maybe could actually press on for the league title this season. Now, we absolutely breezed through our Europa League group, no surprises there. 6th played, 5 wins, we finished on 16 points, and we are through to the knockout stages. So all in all, a very good start to season 3. The starting 11 is actually starting to look a lot more solid now, boys, but unfortunately, Savic has dropped to 79 rated, so we're still struggling in the centre-back department. Now, lads, Dimitrovic, John Brooks, Philippe Mouen and Thomas Muller's contracts are all expiring in the summer. We will not be renewing any of their contracts. Throughout the end of the transfer window, lads, I've just got a couple of outgoings to bring you up to date with. Rajan Gruda has joined Hellas Verona on a season-long loan. Bjorn Schmidt, our wonder kid, has joined Hertha Berlin for the rest of the season. Theodor Hoffmann has joined Stuttgart on loan, and we have cashed in on Marco Richter. He has joined Crystal Palace for £9 million. So that will be the end of the January transfer window, lads. We are now going to be simulating forward through to the end of the season. Hopefully, we have just managed to sneak into them Champions League positions. So we've reached the end of the season, lads, and as you can see, we are playing Champions League football next season. We finished 3rd in the Bundesliga. I am absolutely made up of how this season's gone. Bayer Leverkusen won the Pokal. They beat Darmstadt in the final. The relegation playoff was won by Stuttgart. They are staying in the Bundesliga. City have won the Champions League 4 times in a row. Chelsea won the Europa League. They knocked us out in the semi-finals. We had a great one in the Europa League. And Sturm Graz won the Conference League. That's a bit of a shock. Now, our team is looking much better on paper. Plenty of 80+ rated players, but just looking at that centre-back position, thinking we really could do bringing a new centre-back in, and we could probably also do bringing a new left-back in going into next season. Now, our best player this season was Alexis Vega. He got 25 goals in 48 games coming in from the left. Keprin Diatta got 15 goals, Martial 14, and Burkhardt got 12, and it really falls off after that, lads. So I am just hoping and praying the free agents list is a little bit more kind to us next season, as we are actually in the Champions League. So we're into season 4, lads, and I could cry looking at that transfer budget. £90 million available. Just rubbing salt in the wounds at this point. Oh, lads, I could actually cry. We've finally got a good centre-back. Oh my god, the regens have arrived this season. We have signed German centre-back Harke Kruger on a 5-year deal, and he's a 79 rated 18-year-old centre-back. What a signing this is. We have signed yet another regen, lads, and this time we are bolstering our left-back position, and this signing is a very crucial one. We have tied down Pedro Barros on a 5-year deal. Now, Barros is 17-year-old and 77 rated. This is an incredible signing on just £850 a week. Lads, we have brought in yet another regen, and it's yet another defender, this time in the centre-back position. We have brought in William Marshall on a 5-year deal. Marshall is a 78 rated centre-back, and he's 19 years old. Our defence has been completely revamped. We are really making the most of signing these regens, boys. We have just made our 4th signing of the summer, and this time it's a striker. We have signed Blake Greenwood on a 5-year deal. Greenwood's 20-year-old, 76 rated, and will probably go out on loan this season. Lads, we have made our first major signing of this rebuild, and it's a world-class set of defensive midfielder. We have signed Frank Yannick Kessie on a 3-year deal, and just look at them stats, lads. He is absolutely incredible. So with the incoming of Frank Kessie, lads, I've decided I'm going to change the formation to a more attacking 4-1-2-3 formation. No, lads, I just could not pass up the opportunity to sign this player. We have just signed one of the best right wingers that the Premier League has ever seen. We have signed Mohamed Salah on a 1-year deal. Now, he's already started dropping off, boys. Salah is now 83 rated and the pace has took a big hit, but for one season only, I think he will be amazing for us. And lads, we are going to change Mohamed Salah's position to an attacking midfielder so Diatta can still play on the right wing. Lads, we have got a raft of outgoings to show you. Jonathan Burkhardt has joined Colne for 20 million. Stefan Savic has joined Newcastle for 6 million. Our wonder kid Bjorn Schmidt has joined Fenerbahce on a season-long loan. Another academy graduate, Ekhorn, has joined KV Mechelen. Rafael Almeida has joined Hellas Verona, and Tom Krob has joined Sporting CP for £16 million. So this is the team, lads, that is going to take us into the new season. As you can see, it is looking so much better now. We've brought in some good high potential young players, and just looking down to our bench, it just looks so much stronger. There's depth now in every single position of the squad. 3 final outgoings to bring you up to date with, lads. Paul Nobel has joined Union Berlin on a season-long loan. Wonder kid Mark Leon has joined Real Betis on a season-long loan, and Brahan Gruda has joined Monza on a season-long loan as well. Before we simulate forward to January the 1st, lads, we have got our Champions League group, and we have got Juventus, Villarreal and Rapid Wien. Do you know what, lads? It's not the worst possible group we could have had, so I'm pretty confident we can get through it. So let's get forward to January the 1st and see if we have got through our Champions League group. We've arrived at January the 1st, lads, and in the Bundesliga, we are really struggling. We're actually sick. It's not going so well, lads. We're actually struggling in the Bundesliga. Pretty concerned at how our Champions League group's actually gone. And bizarrely, we've absolutely breezed our Champions League group, winning 4, drawing 1, losing 1. That sets up a tie with Inter Milan in the round of 16, but we're just really struggling in the Bundesliga for some reason. Now, looking at the squad, lads, we've had great growth from Frank Kessie's 85 rated. Vega's hit 86 as well. Even Mohamed Salah has grown to 84 rated. He's not the player he once was, but hey, I'll take any growth at all. Found 2 goalkeepers who are out of contract at the end of the season, both 90 rated, Alisson Becker and Thibaut Courtois, and I think we're going to go in and try and sign Alisson Becker on a pre-contract for next season. So we've agreed a deal with Alisson Becker, lads. He'll be on 100k a week when he does join us, but we will have a 90 rated goalkeeper at the start of next season. We are now going to simulate forward to the end of the season to see how we've progressed in the Champions League, and hopefully we've actually done well in the Bundesliga in the second half of the season. So we're at the end of the season, lads, and unfortunately we are not going to be in the Champions League next season. We finished 5th in the Bundesliga. Oh, I am absolutely wounded. We were 6 points off a Champions League position, and it's Europa League football for us next year. Arsenal won the Champions League, meaning we must have got knocked out somewhere. We didn't reach the semi-finals. We did reach the quarter-finals, and we were knocked out 2-0 on aggregate to Napoli. Wolfsburg won the Pokal. PSV won the Europa League. Oh, I'm so gutted we're not in the Champions League next season. And Bayer Leverkusen won the Conference League, and the relegation playoff was won by Hamburger on penalties. In terms of stats, lads, Mohamed Salah was absolutely incredible. He got 36 goal involvements last season, and Anthony Martial as well had a great season. So it's Europa League next season, not Champions League, but we have got a great chance to rebuild and get some quality players. We've already got Alisson Becker joining, so hopefully we can have a really good season next year. We're in season 5, lads, and I have just seen a 91 rated 18-year-old on the free agents list. Lad, we are getting this guy into the team. 91 rated regen is joining us on a 5-year deal. Sasha Bouchet, remember the name. No, we are going to have to change the position though, lads. We don't play the centre forward, but I'm thinking about changing him to a right winger. 18-year-old, lads, just looking. Oh my god, what a signing. 127 million transfer value. Wow. We are going to cause some serious problems in the Bundesliga this season, and we would have had 137 million pounds to spend this summer. That is just so unfair. And to be honest, lads, after ages of searching the free agents, I just cannot find anyone else who actually makes our squad stronger. So I'm really hoping that this team can get us back into the Champions League this season. They've reached the end of the transfer window, lads, and I have got some outgoings to bring you up to date with. Blake Greenwood has joined Real Madrid on a season-long loan. Paul Nobel has joined Augsburg for 11 million. Gregor Schuster has joined Bournemouth on a season-long loan, and Nico Horn has joined Lugano on a season-long loan as well. Not that I'm overly keen on it, lads, but our Europa League group is in. We've got Stade de Rem, Antwerp and Helsinki, so we should be getting through that. Let's simulate forward to the January the 1st, lads, and hopefully we are doing better in the Bundesliga. So we've arrived at January the 1st, lads, and as you can see, we are top of the Bundesliga. A massive improvement on last season, but we are only 2 points clear of 5th place, so we need to keep this form up if we are going to guarantee ourselves a Champions League spot. And we only just got through our Europa League group. Wow. The starting 11 is starting to really take shape now, lads. Bouchet's 92 rated, Vega's up to 87, Kessie's up to 86. Unfortunately, Alisson Becker has dropped an overall down to 89, but not to worry, lads. The team is going in the right direction. Well, lads, we've arrived at the end of the season, and as you can see, we have won the Bundesliga, beating Wolfsburg to the title on goal difference. What a season for Mainz, and I am absolutely buzzing with that. We're back in the Champions League, and after 3 rebuilds of EAFC, that is the first league title we've actually won. The Pokal was won by Borussia Dortmund. We did make it to the semi-finals, but unfortunately we could not win the trophy. Colne won the relegation playoff. Barcelona won the Champions League. I cannot wait to get into that competition next year. Man United won the Europa League. They knocked us out in the quarter-finals, lads. We got so close to a final. Just was not meant to be. And Wolfsburg won the Conference League. Now, looking at the squad, lads, we definitely need a new attacking midfielder, a new striker going into next season. But other than that, I'm really happy with the squad. Obviously, left back is the glaring issue. I'm just hoping them positions are available on the free agents list next year. The standout performer of the season, lads, was Alexis Vega. Once again, what a signing. He's been 29 goals in all competitions last season. Bouchet, the 92 rated winger, got 17 and 4. Salah, once again, 16 and 15. And Martial, 13 and 11. We definitely need to bolster our attacking options next season, though. Let's get into season 6 and let's attack the Champions League once again. So we're into season 6, lads, and we are already looking through the free agents list to try and bring in a new left back and maybe even a new striker. But Weeper is 23-year-old and 83 rated, so I think he's going to be our starting striker going into this season. So we've made our first signing of the summer, boys, and it is a centre midfielder to give us some depth, as we have got some players leaving in the centre midfield position this season. We have signed Scott McTominay on a 3-year deal. McTominay is 82 rated and 31-year-old, and he will give us great cover for the next 2 seasons. Finally managed to sign a left back, boys. It's not the best left back in the world. Matteo Ruggieri joins us on a 3-year deal. Ruggieri is 80 rated and 26 years old, and I'm hoping he'll develop into like an 83, 84 rated left back. And lads, we are once again really struggling to find players to bring into the football club, so we are going to be recalling Gregor Schuster from his loan spell at Bournemouth. He is 20 years old and 82 rated. We have made our second signing of the summer, lads. It's a right wing back, but he's a bit of a utility player. He can play anywhere on the park. We have signed Adis Jakic on a 3-year deal. He's 81 rated, very well rounded, and he can play pretty much anywhere on the pitch, lads. And we kick off the new season in style, lads. We have won the Super Cup, beating Borussia Dortmund 1-0 in the final. Lads, we have brought in another wonder kid from the free agents list, and this guy's going to take Mohamed Salah's position in the centre attacking midfielder position. We have signed Gabriel Mercado on a 5-year deal. So Mercado is an 83 rated 19-year-old centre forward, and we are going to return him to be a centre attacking midfielder. So we're at the end of the transfer window, lads, and we have got a lot of outgoings to bring you up to date with. Theodor Hoffmann joined Heidenheim for 5 million. Anthony Martial joined Juventus for 44.5 million. Eek Horn joined Rayo Vallecano for 3 million pounds. Leo Schmidt joined Levante for 4 million pounds. Rajan Gruder joined Marseille for 15 million pounds. Andreas Hanch Olsen joined Leipzig for 16.7 million pounds. Luis Chavez left for Manchester United for 28 million. Fabricio Diaz joined Aston Villa for 34 million. Mark Leon joined Real Madrid for 14.3 million. And that is you up to date. The reason why we let so many players go, lads, is it was affecting morale. I couldn't start all of them. They all wanted to be first team players, and I was constantly finding myself with like negative morale, so I've let them all go, and the squad's still looking just as strong. Our Champions League group is in, lads. We have got Liverpool, Porto and Copenhagen. Do you know what, lads? We should be getting through that group. So we are now going to be simulating forward through to January the 1st, and hopefully we've had a better performance in the Champions League. So we've arrived at January the 1st, lads, and once again we are struggling in the Bundesliga. We are in 5th place, not even in a Champions League spot. We are only 1 point outside the Champions League place, admittedly, but once again struggling in the Bundesliga. But we did excellently in our Champions League group. We qualified like I thought we would. Liverpool come bottom and didn't even win a single game, and that will set up a round of 16 tie with PSG. Well, that is not an easy tie, boys. The squad is looking really strong now, though, boys. Definitely got enough quality there to be pushing on towards the latter stage of the Champions League. So we've reached the end of the transfer window, lads. No one left, no one joined. We are going to be simulating forward now to the end of the season, and hopefully we are in the Champions League final. We've reached the end of the season, boys, and as you can see, we had such a good end to the season. We actually ended up winning the Bundesliga, 3 points clear of Leipzig. What a second half of the season we had. The Pokal was won by Bayern. They beat Maidenberg in the final. The relegation playoff was won by Bochum, and just feast your eyes, boys. We are into the Champions League final, and we are playing Arsenal. We beat PSG 6-3 over 2 legs in the round of 16. We beat Porto 6-1 over 2 legs in the quarterfinals. We beat Wolfsburg 3-1 over 2 legs in the semi-finals to set up a final with Arsenal, and it will be played at Old Trafford. The Europa League was won by Bayern Munich, and the Conference League was won by Aston Villa. So this is the squad that has got us to a Champions League final, lads, and as you can see, it just looks so good on paper. The wingers are perfect, the centre-backs are brilliant, the centre midfield duo are brilliant. What a squad we have. Quick look at the stats, lads, and Nelson Weeper had an incredible season, getting 19 goals and 6 assists. Alexis Vega also getting 19. Sasha Boucher, our wonder kid, got 17, and Gabriel Mercado got 13. So really good involvements there from all of our attacking players. Now all that is left to do is to play the Champions League final at Old Trafford against Arsenal. Here we go, lads. Arsenal will get us on the way in this Champions League final. Let's get off to a nice fast start, lads, and get a 1-0 lead. Odegaard's still playing for us. They've also got Domenico Berardi, but what a great start. That is great tackle. Think it across. Oh, what a start! Oh my god! What a start! It's Barrios. Oh my god, what a volley. I said I wanted a fast start. Look at this, 93 rated Bouchard just dinks it across the box, and there is Barrios to volley first time into the bottom corner, and it's 1-0 to Mainz in this Champions League final. What a start. 8 minutes on the clock. shot from distance from Ødegaard, and it's a good save by Alisson. Good hands. Arsenal's first sight of goal. Ødegaard is pulling the strings for Arsenal. He's playing really, really well. Benasser out to Ødegaard. Oh, shit. I've starved Dovin. Oh, that's a good ball. Oh, that's a big interception. And Arsenal got the ball back again. They're having a really good spell of possession here, Arsenal. Oh, no. Jesus. Jesus, it should be 1-1. It should be 1-1. And it's half-time, lads. Really end-to-end half, but we find ourselves 1 goal in front. This could be a very nervy second half. Arsenal had big chances in that first half. We've struggled to get our wingers into the game, Vega and Bouchard. Scrappy game. There's not really a lot happening. Ødegaard. Oh, what a tackle. And he's still got the ball somehow. Weeper. Oh, what a block by Saliba. And Arsenal can break it. 72 on the clock, lads. It's been all Arsenal this game, I can't lie. Literally backs to the wall, all out defence this at the minute. I think every Champions League final I've done so far has been 1-0. Really tight 1-0 games. He's rapid, by the way. There's a winner here. Shoot! Ho. Come on, lads. Literally a minute left of this Champions League final and it's done. 1 minute of added time. That's going to be it, lads. They've run out of play. Yeah, there we go, lads. Mainz have won the Champions League with using only free agents. What an achievement that is. And do you know what, lads? The free agents list was not kind to us in this career mode at all. A Barrio Martins winner, a guy who was with us from day 1, scores the winning goal in the Champions League final. If you've enjoyed this video, boys, please make sure you like and subscribe to the channel as it really helps me out. And we'll be venturing back to England for the next rebuild. But without further ado, all we've got left to do, lads, is to watch Mainz lift the Champions League trophy. And there are your champions of Europe, boys. Mainz are the best team in the world using only free agents. So that's another successful rebuild, successfully boxed off. Remember, if you enjoy this type of content, please make sure you like the videos and subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out. Thanks very much for watching, boys. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.